Alright, so here we go on part one of macronutrients. There's three macronutrients which we're going to go in depth on, and you need to know these for the test, so hopefully you're paying attention. We're going to start with looking at what our learning objectives are to understand to understand the micronutrients are needed by the body, to know the function and sources of carbohydrate, protein, and fat. You should be used to those words because you're using them in your projects you're doing right now. And then to understand the consequences of lack of or malnutrition of carbohydrate, protein, and fat. You need all three of these in your diet, more than likely. So you can't survive without all three of them. And we're going to go into reasons why. So the three macronutrients are carbohydrate, protein, and fat. If you don't know that, please write that down now. But we're going to start with talking about carbohydrate. Carbohydrate provides the main source of energy for the body. Okay, some forms of complex carbs may reduce cholesterol, which is beneficial for health. Now, here's the deal: if you're working out and you play a sport, soccer, basketball, football, whatever, you're going to need carbohydrate, and you're going to even need complex carbs such as sweet potatoes, white potatoes, even rice. Some people have gluten intolerance. My whole family does, and so we don't eat any kind of bread or pastas or anything like that. If you can handle them, that's fine. I just think there's probably better options overall than to get a ton of gluten in your diet. But you're going to need to, if you're a hard charging athlete, you're going to need to refuel with carbohydrate. It's essential. So make sure you know that. Basically, they're broken down into two classifications. There's sugar and there's starch. So if you already know that off the top, and you know that carbohydrate becomes sugar, you're going to want to probably limit that in your diet. But this is where we look at like what the government is saying, the food pyramid, and they're asking for 330 grams of carbohydrate. And we're probably going to see that that's probably not the best recommendation. So sugar is basically monosaccharides broken down in the simplest form of carbohydrate molecules: glucose, fructose, and galactose. You should recognize fructose is from fruit. Disaccharides are formed when two sugar molecules form and join together. An example is sucrose. It's glucose and fructose together. You got lactose, glucose, and galactose together. And then maltose, two molecules of glucose. Okay, and then last is your starch. It's made of polysaccharides, are made up of many monosaccharide molecules joined together. Basically, starch, glycogen, cellulose, and pectin. That's why starch is, if you're after a workout, getting something heavy in starch is probably the most ideal. You can eat fruit and you can get that slammed to your blood sugar right away to get it back up, but if you work out hard, you use glycogen, and so you're going to want to replenish that glycogen that you've lost, and the best way to do is starch. More stuff about sugars, okay? Anything like lactose there's sugar in dairy products, and so just go ahead and look over this. Honey definitely has it. Even things that are natural, fruit is a natural source of sugar. Doesn't mean you should eat 30 pounds of fruit a day. That would be not good for you. Just because honey is a natural and you can get organic honey, doesn't mean you should just go hog wild and eat tons of honey. It has lots of sugar in it. So, and your brain doesn't register the difference between natural source of honey and other things. Just like in a diet soda. The diet soda is supposed to be, Splenda or whatever. Your brain still registers it as sugar and processes it as such. Okay, excessive consumption of carbohydrate can increase body weight. The more you eat of carbohydrate, the more your blood sugar goes up, and that's going to cause you to pack on excess body fat. The consumption of fat in your diet will not cause you to pack on extra body fat, but excessive consumption of carbohydrate, an example is 336 grams, which the government says you should eat a day, will cause you to gain some weight. Lack of carbohydrate will kill your energy level. Okay, you have to, if you're training hard, working hard, get carbohydrate in your diet. That's part one.